All right. I'll try and make this one brief, but I thought about it, and this isn't. Maybe I should change the title for new political commentators, but more it's just why are we still talking about the same old bullshit? That's really what this is about, isn't it? It's like let's continue to talk about Ethan Ralph as if Ethan Ralph is relevant. Why talk about people like that? Why do you want to go on about Ethan Ralph, man? It's 2022 and you're still talking about Ethan Ralph? I mean, it's one thing with people like it's like I'll put it this way. Shout out to Julie for his video on the occupation of Norway, talking about some of the details of that with Terpoven and with oh man, I can't even Quisling. But that was a great video nonetheless. But there's not a whole lot of new commentators coming up in in I guess the sphere of it all. Hello, good morning. Yep, good morning, everybody. Okay, don't worry. We're gonna try to make it quick, because as you can hear, I still have a cold. So because it's been cold outside, but just nice and easy going. But I just want to ask this question: why are people still talking about Nick Fuentes? Why are people still talking about Ethan Ralph? Why are people still talking about even hell? Why are they even still talking about I don't know Tucker Carlson, as if these are folks that need to be talked about? It's like why? I mean, it's just there's a lot of stagnation. There's a lot of stagnation with politics. I think pretty much the camps have been set up. I think I've said this before, but I'll say it again. The camp's been set up, generally speaking, and everyone has their narratives that they're going to spin, and we're going to continue to talk about it as long as we get views from it. So if they can get views about Tucker Carlson, Hmm, sorry about that. Yeah, because Fuentes is anti woke, I guess. Yeah, but I mean, he's been around. It's like he's a one trick pony. It's like wow, he really doesn't like women. He gives he gives the implications that he's gay, and he says he'll occasionally say anti-Semitic stuff, but then simp for you know Jewish, like that Barstool Sports or whatever. It's like the guy that owns that is Jewish, and yet he's like, "Oh, please have me on." It's like nobody cares, bro. Nobody cares. It's just more of a frustration than anything else. I guess as I get older, it just becomes less and less concerning. When you're younger and you don't have much else going on, you're worried about, oh my goodness, this thing or that thing. But the older you get and the more you have to live real life, the less you care about some petty internet shit. Unless that's your job. Selective anti-Semitism, lol. Yeah, but I mean that's what he practices though. I mean, he'll say those types of things and then. So he's very much full of shit, at least in my opinion. But I don't even like bringing his name up. Really. Same thing with Ethan Ralph. It's like, why are y'all still talking about Ethan Ralph? Yeah, he's a fat loser. Oh my gosh. How real do you think Fuentes' religiosity is? Yeah, he doesn't seem to have found much inner peace, not necessarily turning away from the world, but understanding it's in God's hands. Yeah, I really don't. I don't take his religiosity seriously. Um, I would think if you're a genuine Catholic, um, he would talk about certain issues, and he really doesn't talk about those things. He doesn't talk about the history of Catholicism, good, bad, right, or wrong. Now, mind you, I don't know either, but you know, It's just more of a, I wish there were new folks coming out instead of the same. Like I say, it's twofold. Is that I wish there were new commentators. There were like, a different version of a Six Hexenhammer or a, I don't know, maybe even a Nick Fuentes or a whomever else. But I think it goes to show that people are just, we're all just kind of stuck in this malaise, aren't we? We're just kind of stuck in this hole. I'm really sorry, folks. I really should take it easy because I still got this cold, as you can hear. But yeah, he treats it like a sec. Yeah, he treats it like a secularist that acknowledges, yeah, the utility of religion. Yeah, exactly. Alex Stein. Is this the new guy? No, I don't know. But it just seems like there's not whole lot of new folks coming out. It's just like, I mean, I sound like a rapper. It's like, but really, I want new commentators to come out. I want people that have a different thing. But even the new folks that are coming out, they're just a different flavor of the same thing. Yeah, new funny commentator. Oh, okay. Alex Stein, huh? Okay. Let me see. I'm glad new folks are coming out. I'll put it that way. Because you don't want to see, I don't know. I think Stefan Molyneux, I think that he's still on like, I think he's still on like BitChute and stuff like that. It's like nobody goes to BitChute. Nobody. I mean, let's be honest. Nobody goes to BitChute. It was something that was cool maybe a couple years ago, somewhat, but yeah, there aren't many. Yeah. I just think, especially with political field, I mean, it's one thing to do this and that, but I think they're all just kind of clones, aren't they? Once Vosh became big, everybody kind of became a Nick clone. I mean, or excuse me, a Vosh clone to a point, that was vaguely left wing, this and that. They all kind of did that. There was that other Orthodox Christian guy who pretty much just copied, Nick Fuentes' style. I don't really know about the details of it, but yeah, he reminds me of Nick, but way less edgy. Oh, really? Alex Stein, huh? I'll have to look for this guy, yeah. Was the attraction of Ralph that he was a train wreck? Yeah. I have a hard time believing he has that many genuine fans. No, he really doesn't. Most people are just trolling him, saying "gunt" and stuff like that. But yeah, it would be good to see a good commentator who isn't trapped in a conservative and liberal trash circle. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, it's just too bad. It really is. Oh, it's just more of frustration than anything else. I don't make money from this. I just put these videos out basically just to let off steam, really, and just kind of get a feel of things. It's good to see what other folks around the world and even folks that are maybe just down the road, what they think. You know, I have my biases and everything else. Yeah, absolutely. But, I want to see new voices come out. I'm not that greedy or that whatever that, oh my goodness, you're stealing subs or whatever. I don't care about that. I really don't. I just put out these videos, and if somebody enjoys it, that's fine. If it helps somebody or gives a slightly different take than somebody else, then okay. But yeah, I think that's about it, really. I just wanted to put that out there. It's just such a frustrating thing, where you realize it, and you see that YouTube is somewhat going, the way of the dodo. Of course, these are uploaded to Odyssey as well. Odyssey is all right. Like I say, it does have its bugs still, but it's basically what BitChute used to be. Of course, you'll find plenty of videos, on Hitler, this and that. And, you have people like the fascist who post like 4 or 5 hour long videos and shit. I'm like, okay, buddy, I'm not going to watch all that. But, you know, so far, Odyssey seems all right. They changed it where they would, each day they would have, you would get a certain amount of library points, like their version of crypto. But now it's changed to weekly. So that's kind of it. shows that there's a little bit of rumble there, even though that case kind of went in their favor. I think they still are like, okay, now it's just weekly. Now it's just weekly. You're gonna get your tokens. So yeah, I don't know, man. Like I said, there's a lot of depressing stuff out there, and I think in general we just see society is in a quagmire. You know, I think that's the problem, isn't it? Is that we just see this society in a quagmire, and we just don't see a whole lot of new stuff coming out, do we? You know, and I think that's unfortunate. You don't want to be a boomer like me who's watching some old 80s or 90s or even 70s kung fu movie or something like that and making commentary about that. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, that's just my opinion anyway. I just don't think, obviously, instead of, I would say this, in terms of the evolution of the internet and of social media, YouTube, you had to have some talent. And of course, like I say, I'm one to talk about talent, but you put your time in. You have Sony Vegas or something like that. You're editing video and trying to create something good, depending on what you're doing. But nowadays, of course, you don't need all that. You can just upload to TikTok or whatever, right? And so that's the way it goes, unfortunately. I don't know. I don't know. I guess it's just one of those growing pain type of things. And you just kind of feel like this is where we're stuck at. And I don't know. I'm trapped in this quagmire just like everybody else. You know? I don't know. It's just frustrating, isn't it? It's just frustrating to see all this. Yeah. I do. I do. I do remember that. Yeah. Yeah. 2015 to 2017. Yeah, you had people like Braving Ruin. And of course, you had, like what the Red Elephants kind of went off, but just different folks. Oh yeah. I remember a lot of that. Now, why I'm really saying this is because I saw a clip of Richard Spencer on the kill stream. Yes, Ethan Ralph with that Mr. Girl. Of course, Mr. Girl, of course, being accused of I don't like using this word, but yeah, pedophilia. And they were just talking about it. I'm just like, this is the internet, isn't it? Where Richard Spencer, so desperate for any sort of attention, is going to go on the kill stream with Mr. Girl, and you're like, oh my goodness. I do remember that. Yeah, I do remember that. Yeah, and that guy, I think that they're still putting out stuff, but yeah, it's a whole different type of thing. I just don't think a lot of people have the wanting really, and I think that people realize is that yeah, YouTube really doesn't have the money that it used to have, you know? And so people have moved on to Twitch to do their streams or whichever, right? But there are people who have reached that platform and have reached that plateau of, they have hundreds of thousands of subscribers or whatever, and that's just how it is. But it's a different sort of thing with competition. I mean, obviously, it's like, yeah, you have legacy media, or whatever you want to do, whatever you want to say, but we have this sort of legacy of YouTube or whatever, the legacy YouTube guys. And you don't really see people coming up doing different stuff. I don't know. It's just frustrating because like I say, I do want to repeat this point. And I know I sound like an old boomer because I am, but I'd like to see new people come out. I would. I'd like to see new people who have a different, can't remember the channel name. Oh, okay. But yeah, I think that's really about it. I hope y'all enjoyed this little streamioly here. I do have to get in the shower and go to work, so I guess I'll do that. But I hope y'all enjoyed this short little stream. I'm so sorry, folks. As y'all can hear, my voice is just is just like raw sashimi or something. I don't know what you want to say, but it's not good. So I'm trying to get better, but this damn cold weather is just not doing me any favors. You saw me in 2018, you wouldn't recognize me. I was full of skull masking. I was ignorant as fuck. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Well, it's okay. I mean, we all have those times. At least you recognize it. I mean, me in 2018, I don't even know. I think I was probably listening to the kill stream and shit like that, probably. But yeah. Well, thank you, Jake English. I appreciate it. I do. I think I'll go ahead and wrap it up, though. I appreciate y'all listening. You know, I just wanted to make sure, just in case folks get the wrong ideas. Like, I'm still out here, but like I say, this voice is just not working for me right now. So, anyways, hopefully y'all enjoyed this. So I'll just go ahead and wrap this up. See you later. A goodbye.